Welcome to Africa Whispers. Please like and subscribe to see more. And now for our story, The Caged Sun. Chapter 1, Shadows of the Past. A tale where no cage lasts forever. No shadow can hold back the sun. One day, the caged sun will rise again, and when it does, the world will remember me and the world will remember you. In the heart of Lagos, Nigeria, amidst the sprawling streets filled with the scent of fried plantains and the hum of bus conductors calling for passengers, lived a man named Obinna. He was known for his hard work and unwavering spirit, yet his life was anything but easy. His wife, Chinelo, and her younger sister, Ngozi, were not just cruel, they were terrifying. Tall, sharp-eyed, and relentless, they moved through life like spirits of vengeance, and Obinna was their prey. Chinelo had been chosen for him by his mother, Mama Ife, a woman he once believed to be his guiding light. But that light had led him into a nightmare. Chinelo despised him. She mocked his efforts, berated him for his failures, and controlled every aspect of his life with an iron fist. And Ngozi? She was even worse. If Chinelo was the knife, Ngozi was the hammer, shattering his heart and Enjo in his pain. Yet, despite it all, Obinna loved Chinelo. Even when she humiliated him in front of the market women. Even when she spat at his meals and accused him of being unworthy of sharing her bed. Even when she brought another man into their home. Chapter 2, The Betrayal. Obinna had spent the day working in the fields, his muscles aching from lifting sacks of cassava. He had saved up enough money to buy Chinelo's favorite dish, fresh peppered goat meat from the famous Mama Kemi's stand. He believed that, maybe, just maybe, if he showed her kindness, she would return it. But as he stepped into their home, the air felt wrong. Laughter. A man's laughter. Deep, mocking, and intimate. His heartbeat pounded in his ears as he entered the kitchen. There, a stranger sat in his chair, drinking his palm wine, laughing with his wife. "What is going on?" Obinna asked, his voice barely above a whisper. Chinelo turned, her lips curling in disgust. Without hesitation, she slapped him. The force of it sent him stumbling backward. His vision blurred with shock, not from the pain, but from the final confirmation of what he had always suspected. "This is my home," Chinelo spat. "You will not question me." The stranger laughed. Ngozi watched from the doorway, grinning, enjoying the spectacle. Obinna's hands clenched into fists. His blood roared, demanding vengeance, but what could he do? His own home had become his prison. Chapter 3, The Breaking Point. That night, Obinna packed a small bag. He would leave. He could not endure it anymore, the cruelty, the humiliation, the betrayal. He would disappear into the vast city, find work as a fisherman, maybe even start over in another village. But as he reached the door, he hesitated. This was his home. His mother had built this house with her hands before she died. Why should he be the one to leave? The spirits of his ancestors whispered through the wind. "This is your land, Obinna. Reclaim it." Chapter 4, The Woman of the River. The next day, as he wandered to the edge of the city, lost in thought, he met her. "Nkechi," She was unlike any woman he had known. Her skin glowed like the river under the moonlight, her voice was like a song carried by the wind. She was fierce, but there was something gentle in the way she looked at him. "You look like a man who has lost everything," she said. "I have," he admitted. She took his hand and said, "Then take something back." Chapter 5: The Hunt for Freedom. Nkechi taught him many things: how to fight, how to track, how to stand tall even when the weight of the world crushed his shoulders. She trained him as the hunters of her ancestors had once been trained, in the dense forests of Osun, where spirits roamed and only the strong survived. For the first time in years, he felt alive. But Chinelo would not let him go so easily. One night, as he sat by the river, washing blood from his hands after a hunt, Ngozi appeared. "So this is where you hide?" she sneered. Before he could react, she pulled out a dagger, its hilt adorned with gold. "Chinelo has a new husband now," she whispered. "She wants to make sure you never take what's hers." She lunged. The blade sliced across his shoulder. Pain erupted, hot and searing, but Obinna did not fall. He had hunted leopards. He had fought the spirits of the land. He would not fall to her. With a roar, he tackled her to the ground. The dagger fell from her grasp, sinking into the mud. For the first time, Ngozi looked afraid. "Tell your sister," he hissed, "that I am coming back for what is mine." Chapter 6: The Reckoning. The village gathered as Obinna returned to his home, no longer a broken man, but a warrior. Chinelo stood at the doorway, arms crossed, her new lover by her side. "You have no place here," she sneered. But Obinna only smiled. "That's where you're wrong." The elders had heard everything. They had seen her betrayal, her cruelty, her disgrace. By the power of the village laws, their marriage was dissolved. And as Nkechi stood beside him, her presence like the rising sun, Obinna walked away from his past. He was free. Epilogue: The caged sun rises again. Months passed, and the story of Obinna's victory spread across Lagos. One day, a messenger arrived at his new home, a small hut by the river where he and Nkechi lived in peace. It was from Chinelo. "I made a mistake," the letter read. "I want you back." Obinna burned the letter without reading further. He did not need revenge. He had already won. Thank you for watching. If you would like to see more, please like and subscribe.